everyone, thanks for watching and welcome. Today's video is going to be my monthly favorites video for the month of May, and that is just so crazy to me. I know I feel like I say this every month, but how fast time is flying. I can't believe we're already halfway through the year. But with that being said, I got some cool stuff to share with you guys today. At least I think it's cool. But yeah, anyways, if you guys are interested in what I have been loving this past month, then keep on watching. And if you like these types of videos, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you aren't already. And that's about it. So let's jump into it. The first thing I want to talk about is this perfume right here, and I have fallen in love with this. I got this about a month ago, I think, and I've been wearing it almost every single day, but I'm trying to preserve it because it is expensive. But it is the Marc Jacobs Daisy Xoxo Fresh. I think that's how you say it. And I just think the packaging is just so cute on all the Marc Jacobs fragrances. I am adding to the collection with this one, and I don't know, I was actually gonna get the Marc Jacobs Daisy Dream, but then I smelled this one and I fell in love with it. It is so like fresh and clean with a little hint of like floral in there. I just think it's so girly and feminine and just amazing. If you guys haven't smelled this, oh my gosh, you need to. It is so freaking good. And what I like about it is it's bigger than the typical fragrance bottles. I think the typical one, like the biggest one, is 3.4 ounces. I think this is 4.3, and it was the same price. So you get a little more bang for your buck for this one, and it just smells so freaking good, and it lasts all day long. That's what I love about Marc Jacobs fragrances. They just last so nice on the skin and everything. So yeah, if you guys haven't tried this out and you're looking for a really good perfume for the spring or summer or really any time of the year, I definitely try this one out because it is perfecto. Next, I have the Origins Clear Improvement Active Charcoal Mask. This is just like a little sample travel size of it because this came in like a trio mask that I got online. I've heard so many good things about like charcoal mask and everything, and I didn't want to buy like the full size and hate it, even though like I think the full size is like $26. But anyways, I have been using this about once a week. That's what they recommend, right? Once or twice. Use once a week or as often as needed. So I've been doing it about once a week, once every 2 weeks, because it can be a little drying, but it does such a good job at just like clearing out my pores and making my skin look very refreshed and just like radiant almost when you wash it off, and it just makes it feel extra clean. So I've really been enjoying this to kind of clear out my pores, because in the more humid days and everything, my pores tend to get clogged a lot easier than when it's a little bit drier out. So this has been a lifesaver for me this past month. When I run out of this, I will definitely be picking up the full size of it because it is really good. I have a bronzer, and this has been so widely talked about, I feel like, and I'm so late to kind of jump on the bandwagon with this, but I heard so many good things about it. I had to try it out for myself, and I'm so glad I did because this has quickly become like my go-to bronzer for just everyday use, and it is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Give Me Sun. This is what it looks like. It's like a baked domed bronzer, and it is just so buttery and smooth and just nicely pigmented. I just did my self-tanner, so you probably can't see it swatched on the back of my hand, but this is such a good bronzer. If you're into the more warm tone bronzers, this would be your best friend because it is on the warmer side. And if you're super fair, I think this might look a little too orange on you. So I really only use it when I'm like tanned and I have like a darker foundation on, because if I'm super pale, it does look a little too orangey. But for like the summer days, just dusting it all over your cheek and on some on your forehead, it's just so beautiful and perfect for spring to give you that nice bronzy look. And it's not shimmery, it's not glittery or anything like that. It's a matte bronzer, but it's just so beautiful for any time of the year, but especially these warmer days when we want to look super bronzed and pretty. So this literally has not left my side since I bought it. So it definitely did not disappoint. I absolutely love this bronzer. If you're looking for a good one, check this one out. Okay, this next product I think I've talked about before, maybe in like my very first favorites video, but I just recently fell in love with it. It's kind of one of those things that sits on the back burner, and then one day I'm just kind of like, I'm feeling like I want to try something different, and I try this out and I fall in love with it, and I'm like, why did I ever stop using this? But it is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation. I am in the shade 220, which is like the perfect neutral shade. I wish I had this shade in like other formulations of foundation, because this shade is so perfect. I like the formula. It's just not my favorite formula of all time, but I've been really enjoying it lately because it's a little bit lighter of coverage and it's a little bit lighter on the skin. So for these really hot days, like I said before, when you're kind of like feeling a little oily or, you know, like it gets really hot and you're like sweating in your makeup, I absolutely hate that. This is just a very nice like light coverage. I'd say it's like medium, but as far as like the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible, which I absolutely love, and like the Marc Jacobs Remarkable full coverage, those are both very full coverage and kind of can sit a little heavy on the skin sometimes, especially when it's very warm out, but this one just feels very comfortable on the skin. If you don't have any major skin concerns, I think you would absolutely love this. They also have a dewy one, which is very dewy, but it's also very pretty as well. I just tend to stick towards like the matte foundations because at the end of the day, I'm gonna look a little oily anyways, but this has definitely been like my go-to of the past couple of weeks. I can't for the life of me remember if I've mentioned this before in a favorite, so if I have, oh well. But this is just like a beauty sponge. I got this for like $3 or $4 at like Marshall's or something like that. And what I've been loving about this is keeping it completely dry and applying my foundation with it. It gives such a nice finish to the skin. I don't know if people do this or not, like apply it with dry. When I would apply it damp, like my foundation and my concealer, it just seemed like it sucked up too much of the product and it wasn't giving me the coverage that I wanted. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try it dry. Obviously we use our makeup brushes dry and we get, at least I get the coverage that I want. So I tried this out dry and I fell in love with how it blended everything out and the coverage it gave. It gives a lot more coverage than something that is damp, but it's, I don't know. If you like full coverage, then I'd say try using your damp beauty sponge. If you like full coverage, I'd say definitely try out using it like dry and see if you like it. I think it is just really, really cool how you can kind of use this for a lot of different things, you know, like your foundation, blending out your concealer. I've been using both ends, foundation on this end and concealer on this end, and I've absolutely just fallen in love with it. That's what I did today, how I applied my foundation. I have another MAC product that is super widely talked about as well, and I finally picked it up, and it is their lip liner in the shade Strip Down. And I swear, like, I saw this so many times on Instagram and I was like, I have to have that lip liner. And I'm so glad I picked this up because it is such a beautiful neutral shade. I will say that it's a lot darker than I thought it would be on me. Like, when I saw it on Instagram, I thought that it was gonna be a lot more nude tone, but it's really shows up a lot more brown on me. But the formula of this is so freaking awesome. Like, I've never been big into spending a lot of money on lip liners because I think this was like $16 or $17. So smooth. And it, when I like line my lips, it almost makes it look like my lips are a little bit fuller because I do tend to overdraw a little bit on the top, and I just feel like it just looks so natural and pretty. I don't know how to explain it, but hands down, my favorite formula. I'll definitely have to pick up some more shades in this, something a little lighter, but I do really, really enjoy this, especially like lining my lips and then doing like a really pretty like nude liquid lipstick or anything like that. Like, I have this on today with Dose of Colors Bear With Me, and then a NYX lip gloss. If you guys have been around on my channel, you know how much I love highlighters. And this one does not disappoint. It is Lunch Money by ColourPop, and it is so beautiful and so affordable. This was actually the first highlighter I ever bought, and it's still one of my holy grails. This is its swatch on the back of my hand. Hopefully it shows up good enough on camera. It kind of reminds me of Champagne Pop, but this is a little bit more silver, and Champagne Pop is a little bit more gold. But it's absolutely beautiful, and this formula is unlike anything I've ever used before. It's almost like a cream when you dip into it, but it comes off on the skin so beautifully. Absolutely love this. And what I've been doing this past month with this, besides highlighting my cheekbones, is I've been putting it all over my lips because the metallic lips have just blown up lately, and I could not be more excited about that because I absolutely love this trend. I've been doing it so much. Basically, every time I do my makeup this past month, I have put some type of shimmer on my lips, whether it be an eyeshadow or highlighter. It's just so fun. I think it makes your lips just look a lot more like pouty, and I'm always looking to make my lips look a little bit more full. If you don't want it all over your lips, if that's a little too much for you, you could just dab it on like the center of your lips to make it look a little more full. But this has definitely been my favorite way of highlighting my lips this month. Speaking of full lips, my last product for this past month is the NYX Plump It Up Lip Plumper Lip Gloss. This has quickly become my favorite gloss of like all time. And I've never actually tried a lip plumper before, and I was honestly a little scared because some of the reviews I've seen on other lip plumpers were like, oh my god, it burns your lips, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I do not want that sensation on my lips. Like, no thank you. The first couple times I used it, it kind of gave like a cooling sensation. But after that, I guess maybe I just got used to it, but I don't feel it anymore. But it's just so pretty. I absolutely love wearing this even when I have no makeup on, because it's not super pigmented, but it gives your lips just a nice shine to it. And I honestly think that that's what makes them look a little more plump, is just like the shininess in this. There's no glitter or shimmer. It's just, it gives you your lips like that wet, glossy look, and it's just absolutely beautiful. My only con with this is it is a little sticky. I wish it was the same formula as like their butter glosses, because those aren't sticky whatsoever. This one is, but it does last a long time. So I've been using this under lipstick, over lipstick, by itself. This has been my baby this past month, and probably will continue to be my baby, because I absolutely love what it does for my lips. It just helps smooth out the lines, which I have a lot of issues with, like my lower lip having lines in it, like showing lines when I'm wearing even like regular lipsticks. The only time I don't notice it is when I have on a gloss or this bad boy right here. So if you guys are looking for a good affordable lip plumper that does not burn your lips off, I would definitely try this out, because even if you get it a little around, like outside of the lines of your lips, it's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna like burn your skin or anything like that. All right, that completes this month's monthly favorites video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and leave me what you have been loving down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this video, or you just feel like sharing with me, I always love hearing back from you guys. And yeah, hopefully I can whip up some new videos coming up soon. I have been not wearing makeup that much, so I'm kind of feeling like myself today. I'm like back in the groove of things. So yeah, I don't know if you guys like get that way, but like if you travel and then you come back home, it's like so hard to get back in the groove of things. And so that's been me lately. That's why I haven't been like posting that much on Instagram or posting as many videos. It's just like, I don't know, I was just having such a hard time getting back into the groove of things. But I'm back, and I want to film a makeup tutorial soon, so if you guys have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video, and bye. That's it. I'm done. Done.